Hey, wing addicts. We are here in East Windsor at Roberto's Real American Tavern
on the Connecticut Haunted Wing Trail.
This place was built in 1784 by Captain John Pascoe. It was called the John Pascoe House for years and years. You see the name Pascoe all over East Windsor. Well, guess what? They're saying that he's walking around up there still all these hundreds of years later, haunting the place. Let's go in and find out.
Jonathan Pascoe, he had a wife and I believe 2 or 3 kids. And 2 of his kids sadly passed away from smallpox. So they are known to run around and play little tricks on the employees and haunt the restaurant.
At night I would hear like kids running around and kids laughing and playing. I'm like, what's going on here? And I never was really like a believer on all that stuff, but it's definitely legit. Doors get slammed all the time and lights shut off.
Some people have seen a lady in a white dress walking around the restaurant at night. I have not seen her, but I've seen the kids.
So many people come in and talk about it all the time.
It's not like a Conjuring movie kind of poltergeist haunting, or like there's kids playing pranks on you.
So this is the kids' room where a lot of activity has been sensed.
It is significantly colder in here.
You hear them walking all the time, and there's a kid downstairs that hangs out in the cellar.
When I'm downstairs closing the bar, I'll hear, like right through here, you hear them running, like toot, 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 toot.
And you know what they really love? They love wings. I don't know what it is, but they love wings.
So here at Roberto's, they're famous for their burgers and their pasta dishes, but you know what? They've got a solid little wing selection too, all the traditional flavors that you love. Because we've got 3 on the table right now. We've got 6 of the buffalo wings, we've got 6 dry rub wings, and we've got 6 of the barbecue wings, 3 plates of 6.
The mark of the beast.
I'm scared. Let's eat them.
Now all the flavors here are made in-house. And also, the ranch and blue cheese, homemade in this ranch. Delicious.
Nice barbecue wings.
They're pretty big.
Nothing scary about that.
And that's a meaty buffalo wing. Flavor saver.
Dry rub.
It's a nice little combination of some Cajun with some sweet. With the ranch, it's nice.
Roberto's, East Windsor. It's Wing Addicts approved. I wonder what the kids upstairs think.
I never was a believer before, but I am now.
Today, the Haunted Wing Trail brings us to Simsbury, Connecticut.
Old Well Tavern.
This building was built back in the 1730s, and around 1880, the Higley family took it over and turned it into a tavern/brothel. Right around that time, they had some relatives visiting from Utah, and there was a huge snowstorm, and one of the cousins, Seth, died here in the inn. It was too cold to bury him because the ground was frozen, so they put him in the basement, but when the thaw came, they didn't have enough money to bury him, and Seth is still here. So we're down here in the basement right now of the old well, and this is where Seth was buried
Right here.
in 1880. They've had mediums come in here, they've had scans done, he's right there. So we have had different accounts of customers and employees having seen spiritual things, flickers, touches to the skin, noises, things moving, all kinds of strange phenomena.
My daughter was sitting in the booth over here, and I was standing in front watching the trivia, and I thought she had thrown something at me, and I turned because I felt something hit my elbow, and I turned to her, and I said, "Did you just throw something at me?" She said, "No." So it was definitely Seth or the brothel lady upstairs. Back in the day, it used to be a brothel, and a woman committed suicide in the bathtub, and I felt it in the back of my neck. So I have like that 6th weird sense.
At the beginning of 2025, the place was taken over by new ownership. Sean Skeen and a team of partners took over the old well, kept the old wing stuff, up the wing game.
Today we have chiliaki wings.
The wing is a blank canvas, so why not? This wing's Green Mountain. That's a great flavor.
This is the XXX Widowmaker. I'm scared. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna get hotter. And I'm gonna break into a flop sweat any second, and my nose is gonna start running. My lips are on fire right now, completely on fire, very hot.
The last time I ate this wing, I almost quit the group. I hate you. One wing, one bite. It's so hot. How did you swallow that? That's not hot at all.
Hey, cheers, enjoy.
I'm just crying about how delicious it was.
Old Well Tavern. Wing addicts and haunted.
We're in Plainville.
J.Timothy. The place was built in 1789, and then John Cook bought the place for 36 pounds. In 1934, it became Cook's Tavern. In 1979, Jim Welch and Tim Adams then bought the place, and it is what it is today. This became J.Timothy's.
Downstairs at J. Tim's is where a lot of the paranormal stuff happens.
I'm not supposed to tell people that.
Is that a fact?
I think so.
I could either conform to deny.
The building is thought to be haunted by the ghost of John Cook's wife, lovingly referred to as Mrs. Cook. All the bumps and bangs and light flickers and orbs in photos are generally attributed to her.
People always talk about the ghost of Mrs. Cook. It's real simple. At 2 o'clock in the morning, if I'm the closing manager and I hear something creak or some crazy sounds, I say very nicely, Mrs. Cook, I'm just locking up and I'm going home.
About 2 weeks ago, I was sitting in this bar by myself over there. It was dead. I was the only person in here. All of a sudden, I hear something upstairs. Upstairs is closed. The lights are off. It sounded like someone dropped something. So I go, hello, hello. Think it's one of my coworkers playing a joke on me. No response. And then I had papers just like this receipt right here all over. And only one of them slowly fell off the side of the bar. And I literally had chills covered my entire body. I walked around, no one was here. So then I had my manager go upstairs and drop something on the floor, and it was the exact sound that I heard. And there was nobody up there when that happened.
You can still see orbs in the cameras all the time, or you can see the light in the lights downstairs, the little flickerings of things. I don't believe, but I don't disbelieve. And is that hypocritical or what that is, I don't know, but there's things you just don't explain.
And I've been here for 3 years, and that's like the first time I was actually like, holy crap, like something just happened.
Mrs. Cook.
Yeah, she was after me. I wasn't counting my money fast enough, I guess, so she wasn't happy.
Well, one thing that makes everybody happy are J. Tim's dirt-style wings.
Like father, like son.
Just like his old man.
So there you have it, gang. At J. Tim's, you have the classic, world-famous dirt-style wings.
And they just never change. They're perfect. They're the same way they've been forever.
No matter how many times you come here, it's really freaking hard to beat these damn wings. They are good.
As wings should be.
We love Mrs. Cook. We protect her name, we protect her being, we treat her well, we want her to treat us well, so we continue doing this for another 20 years at least. Mrs. Cook invented everything. No matter what anybody says, it's all Mrs. Cook. The chicken pot pie, the wings, the craft beer, the new tabletops we got. The wing addicts became the wing addicts because of Mrs. Cook. If she's happy, we're happy.
Amen, baby.
J.Timothy's, one of the best and one of the most haunted spots in Connecticut. Hey, wing addicts. Tonight, the haunted wing trail brings us to a little town called Weetah.
Abigails. Back in 1780, this building was built by a man named John Pettibone, whose father had been an American Revolutionary soldier. John and his wife Abigail lived here, and one day John Pettibone, as legend has it, came home unexpectedly and caught Abigail upstairs doing unsavory things with somebody else. Took an axe and killed her right upstairs in what is now the ladies' bathroom.
So this is actually the upstairs ladies' room. And this is where Abigail was actually murdered
It's known as one of the most haunted spots in Connecticut. There's a lot of stories from employees and customers that have heard things or seen things.
I was standing right over there at the table, and at like 12 o'clock at night, I was closing. It was just me and my manager, and 3 chairs fell to the ground, and I got the hell out of there.
And one of the most amazing things people see is when the place is completely closed and everything is off, they drive by and lights go on, or candles are on in the windows.
When Abigail was murdered, her husband cut out the picture of her face because he was so mad at her. And then they were able to reconcile the photo and put it back together.
And you know what? This isn't really a wing joint. This is a high-end restaurant. But they do have buffalo wings on the menu, and look at these buffalo wings. They look and smell amazing.
Wow. Crisp is there. Vinegar bite all the way in the back. Awesome cook on that. Wow. These guys know what they're doing.
So this place has been visited by a lot of paranormal searchers. I'm sure they didn't try the wings. Clearly an in-house recipe. It's completely unique to the Franks and butter buffalo that you think.
Dang, that's crispy. That's a good wing.
Now I need to go to the bathroom, but not here. We are in Mystic, Connecticut, at the Captain Daniel Packer Inne.
On the Connecticut Haunted Halloween Trail.
Captain Daniel Packer Inne was built back in 1756 by Revolutionary War captain, before the Revolutionary War, Daniel Packer. The place operated as an inn for years and years and years, and was taken over in 1979 by the Kylie family, who renovated the whole place and still runs it to this day. Super popular spot in Mystic. A lot of paranormal activity. A lot of paranormal people come in here. Supposedly, the ghost of Packer haunts these halls. He walks upstairs. His boots are heard walking upstairs on the 3rd floor. And also upstairs, a young girl named Ada died of scarlet fever. And she's said to haunt this place as well. Lots of pictures, lots of video footage, lots of stories from employees and patrons alike.
I swear he haunts the place. When I come in the morning, I always yell, "Good morning, Cap," just to let him know I'm here. I swear I walked through him one morning going into the kitchen. I went in the kitchen to get some sugar for my coffee, and as I went through that door, a figure moved at me to the point where I moved out of the way. When I looked back, nothing. But a man a little shorter than me, kind of hunched over, broad shoulders, big blue coat, big tri-corner hat.
Rob was kind enough to share some unexplained images he's captured over the years from security tapes, including ghostly images, orbs of light, and the fireplace turning on by itself in the middle of the night with no one there.
I have heard footsteps. When I'm downstairs working, I'll hear them across this floor, big heavy. I get in 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, nobody's here. There are days when I'm downstairs working that I will come upstairs looking for a delivery because the boot steps sound that heavy.
At a recent haunted history tour run by Seaside Shadows, this image was captured in the 3rd floor window of the inn, believed to be Ada Cliff. Note, there is no floor to stand on as the window is positioned high above the staircase.
I have heard a little girl voice while I've been in here by myself. I tend to feel her around the corner as I'm going up the stairs. If I do not say good morning, by the time I get upstairs, every hair in my body is standing up.
Downstairs, it's dark, dimly lit. There's rock walls. You can tell it's from the 1700s. Great selection of beers. Great looking menu.
So here, they have only one wing on the menu, and it is the honey chipotle wing with lime sour cream.
That lime sour cream definitely adds something to it. You can tell that these aren't your traditional style chicken wings. There's a breading on them. They seem to be from Frozen. They're from Frozen, but they're tasty. This flavor is really banging.
The sauce is on point. The lime sour cream is really good and it blends well together. I will say though, it's not a fresh fried wing from Raw. It takes away from some of that glory. The sauces together are phenomenal. If those were on a fresh wing, that would be one of my top flavors.
We're just gonna be straight. It's not a chicken wing joint. I personally wouldn't come here for the chicken wings, but the food here is killer and it's a super popular spot. So definitely worth a trip.
Before you go, be sure to sign the journal where dozens of guests have recorded and shared their paranormal experiences.
Hey, Wing Addicts. We are here in Middletown at Harrie's Jailhouse.
On the Connecticut Haunted Wing Trail.
It's definitely haunted.
So back at the beginning of COVID, Heather Kelly and her friend Carrie, who had worked previously in Middletown at Eli Cannon's, decided to start their own place here. In this place that was formerly a jail. They opened Harrie's Jailhouse, a mixture of Heather and Carrie. Harrie.
The 12-cell jailhouse was built back in 1850 on the property of the Middletown Almshouse, which operated as an orphanage and a poorhouse at 53 Warwick Street. This building, which was converted to a residential property after the jail moved to Haddam, is reportedly haunted by the friendly spirit of a little girl named Sarah.
There's definitely activity. Ghost Hunters has been here and verified that. We've been told that her name is Sarah. She's a younger girl. She's very friendly. I've definitely felt and heard things. I have not seen any.
Does Sarah like wings?
I believe she does. She likes Shirley Temples and wings.
So, we're sitting here in jail having wings. What could be better?
The wing menu at Harrie's has 7 cool flavors, a couple of which we've never even had before.
Pepper relish barbecue.
Spicy curry wings.
Adobo dry rub.
Buffalo. Blue cheese.
The preparation on these is just different than most traditional wing joints.
They do a par roast with flour and seasoning on them beforehand, then fry them to order. Homemade ranch and blue cheese.
That blue cheese looks yummy.
It's a solid buffalo. Buttery, heat, that nice little classic Louisiana hot sauce.
Nice cook on that. Holy cow, is that juicy. Look at the juice on that.
Harrie's Jailhouse. These are definitely some of the best wings in Middletown, Connecticut. Tonight, the Haunted Wing Trail brings us to Litchfield, Connecticut, to the Marketplace Tavern at the Old Litchfield Jail. You might have been to a marketplace before. There's several of them around Connecticut. This place has the same kind of vibe.
No, it's not. It's a jail, and it's haunted.
This jail was built in 1812, back during the War of 1812, to house British prisoners. It's been recently renovated by the Marketplace Tavern. You've seen those around, but it's right here on the green in Litchfield, and it's beautiful. But it's an old prison, the oldest prison in Connecticut. And there's cool stuff everywhere. I'm standing right now in the old warden's quarters, where supposedly a lot of the paranormal activity happens. If you see any orbs floating around me right now, tell them we're open for wings, baby. Pyrenees.
Yo. Thanks, Warden.
That's all you get.
That's all I want.
So we have a lot of experiences here, a lot of employees and customers, but not a lot of people that want to go on camera and talk about it. However, in this cell, 45 years ago, a guy hanged himself in there. His name was Dan. Supposedly, Dan is one of the spirits that haunts this place up in the warden's quarters. We're gonna go up and see if we can find Dan. Dan, if you're in here, talk to us. Do something. Flicker a light. Dan, what do you think of the new place? Did they have wings in the jail when you were here in the 80s? Dan?
So there's only 3 flavors on the menu here. We're gonna have them all. So we got buffalo, barbecue, and we got sweet and spicy.
Not a traditional buffalo wing. The traditionalist likes the crispy skin and the whole thing. This is not really a crisp, it's more of like a softer roasted type of wing. But man, that meat comes right off and the buffalo flavor is legit.
Nice, easy heat, not crazy. The cook on those is ridiculous. Sticky, like you would want a barbecue to be.
So if you look at the char on these wings, they roast them in the oven, and then they drop them in the fryer to order. Gives it kind of a grilled sensation.
Their blue cheese, it's on the creamier side. It's not really that they're crispy, but they're definitely well done. It's fantastic. I'm having a Marketplace. Good wings, good spirits.
Dan? Oh, Danny boy. We're gonna lock down and sleep over. Tell them to put in a couple more orders of wings. Hey, wing addicts! Tonight, we're in Derby, Connecticut at one of the most haunted restaurants in all the Naugatuck Valley, Twisted Vine.
On the haunted Connecticut Halloween Trail.
This building went up in 1892 here in Derby, which was previously called Birmingham, and it was called the Birmingham National Bank.
During the 1980s, the building was transformed into a restaurant, the Old Birmingham Restaurant, and then Tartaglia's for a short period before Mike Picone took over in 2005 and reopened as the Twisted Vine.
Just love the place. So the building has many of its original features, and like if you look at the bank vault, what's unique about our vault, made by the Vault Company in Ohio, look at the serial number. Number one came to Derby, Connecticut.
There was a gentleman here by the name of Sam Lassie who worked in the bank as a teller. He accidentally passed a forged check and was so distraught after it was discovered that he killed himself.
It is said that the ghost of Sam haunts the building to this day, as does former bank designer and president Edward Shelton, whose image has been spotted up in his window overlooking what was once the bank lobby. Mr. Shelton, incidentally, is the namesake of the actual town of Shelton, right next door.
We think there's many spirits here, and if you overlook that little balcony up there, that's where we were told the president overlooked.
Ghostly activity has been a constant over the years, and paranormal researchers have come from near and far to communicate with the spirits. A half-century later, the Great Flood of 1955 unearthed dozens of coffins from the nearby Union Cemetery, which were then placed in the basement of the building as a makeshift morgue. Most of the unexplained happenings occurred downstairs in what was once the basement that temporarily housed those uprooted souls from Union Cemetery.
My daughter's been here for 8 years, and she's very, skeptical. She doesn't believe in any of the hocus pocus, etc. She heard very loudly and vividly a little girl's voice in the little jail cell over there. And she also felt something when nobody else was around, someone brush her back from behind the bar.
We were closed. I was upstairs in the main dining room, and my friend Nick came here to meet me. I punched out. We were just standing there. Lights were off. We were getting ready to leave, and as clear as day, I heard a woman's voice say hello, and it was coming from the kitchen, which was right above us. And I looked at my friend Nick. I said, "Did you hear something?" He's like, "Yeah, someone just said hello." So I thought a lady was in the kitchen. All the doors were locked. Nobody was there, and he got so excited. He was like, and we came out, and he started trying to antagonize. He'd say, "Do something, make a noise. I dare you, do something." Literally, it sounded like someone took a bowling ball and slammed it on the ceiling above her. And he took off running out the door so fast.
I had another customer come in. She walked into the beer room, and she felt a heaviness, and it was almost like she got pushed back. She tried to go in there again, re-enter a little bit later, and the same thing happened to her. She said there is absolutely something in that room.
They have paranormal tours in here all the time. They have different groups that come in. It's one of the most haunted places in Connecticut. It's not a wing joint by any stretch of the imagination, but they have 3 wings on the menu.
And we got them all. Your traditional buffalo, traditional teriyaki, that's looking pretty sticky. Those look great. And then we got Jack Daniel's barbecue. Wing addicts out there, you know what I'm loving about these wings? Lots of sauce. Cook on that is perfect. I like my wings a little bit more well done.
Chicken alive?
That's how they do them.
I would regret it if I didn't.
And that teriyaki, top notch. We got some traditional buffalo here. Kind of, I'm waiting for this. Classic. Ooh, lots of vinegar. Wow. Real creamy blue cheese. I'm digging it.
So gang, Twisted Vine was never on our list as a wing joint. We thought they only had 1 wing on the menu. They have 3. But you know what? What an experience. Come to this place. It's great. Downstairs bar it's outstanding. You meet great people. Beautiful dining room, beautiful place altogether. Come to the Twisted Vine. This place is cool. Sam, are you here? Are you a wings guy? Thank God he's a friendly spirit.
This is creepy.
You can read about all 10 of Connecticut's most haunted wing joints at wingaddicts.com.